Hey everybody, today I thought we'd have a look at the AstroSoul Oracle deck. I have had this for a wee while, but I haven't done a walkthrough of it yet, so I thought today I would give a good look at it. I love the feel of this box. It's just got this gorgeous rose petal feel to it. It's really lovely, really sturdy. I have seen this on Simon's channel at the Hermit's Cave, and I just fell in love with it. Astrology is something that I'm really working on developing my knowledge of, and I thought this deck would be a really good tool to help me do that. So inside the box comes with this beautiful little guidebook, so you can interpret what the different symbols mean. It gives you a little bit more information about them, the planets and the signs. So really, really cool. There's also a lot of information as well on her website, which I'll leave a link to, that you can either grab the deck from or download some PDFs that are really helpful if astrology is a path that you're looking to go into. In the back there it says as above, so below. Really solid box. It's cool. And these are they. Beautiful blue edging. These are the backs, which is just like gorgeous, just like a star. And then we start with the first sign, which is Aries. So they've got the constellation, the symbol for the zodiac symbol for Aries, and the planet that it's ruled by. So that's Mars. And then Taurus, Gemini, the twins, Cancer, Leo, and I'm Leo, lovely Leo, ruled by the sun. And one thing I didn't mention about these cards is that they do, as they show the constellations, these are Northern Hemisphere constellations. So when I look up at the sky, this is how I would see it, because we see them upside down. Most of the, if not all, I believe, of the Northern Hemisphere constellations are upside down here in the Southern Hemisphere. So we do see them a little bit differently. Still doesn't mean we don't know what they are. Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So these first 12 cards are the zodiac part. And then we move on to the planets. So we start with the sun. So you've got a picture of the sun, and then the zodiac sign that the sun governs, which is Leo. The moon. I love this moon. Mercury, Venus, so you've got two there, Taurus and Libra, Mars, so he's got the warrior's helmet because he is the god of war, Jupiter, abundance and expansion, Saturn, limitations and boundaries. So each planet has its own Uranus, aspects of the chart that they govern, Neptune's illusions and dreams, Pluto is transformation, So those are the planet cards. And moving on, we have the houses. So there's 12 houses. So we've got the first house, which is I am. So the first house has got the zodiac symbol. So it's generally ruled by Aries and the planet Mars. And it's a sign of your ascending house. So whichever signs in the first house is usually known as your ascendant. And it talks a bit about the meaning of the house. So for example, this one, the first house, this is the house of self and identity. Here is where we can see one's personality, behaviour, character, physical appearance, as well as their attitude towards life. It starts with the sign known as the ascendant. And you've got the second, which is I have. This one is the house of resources, material possessions, and values. And then the third house, which is of the mind, ideas, so I think. The fourth house, I belong, so it's your house of home and origins. The fifth house, I create, which is self-expression and the pleasure of showing who you truly are. Very much a Leo house. Sixth house, which is health and jobs, so your daily work life, the I do. Seventh, I relate, so the house of partnerships and relationships. Eighth house, I transform, so it's a house of life enigmas, transformation, and the hidden sexuality and death. 9, I know, it's a house of higher and elevated thought as well as expansion, being Jupiter there. 10th house, I achieve, the house of fulfillment and social status. 11, house of friendships, groups, and social activities. I connect. And 12th, I surrender, the house of intuition and the unconscious. So those are the 12 house cards. And then we have astrological terms that they use to describe what's happening in your chart. So a conjunction is unity, autonomy, individuation, inner self, self-motivation, concentration, and personal interests. So that's the intense interaction between planets, which often leads to self-projection. So I think intensity between planets that are conjunct to each other causes intense vibes. And you've got sextile, which is integration, cooperation, tools, skills, ingenuity, harmony, and empathy. So that's planets or ideas that are working together. So they're open to receive and share with each other. Square, which is resistance, struggle, obstacles, experience, effort, learning, conflict, obsession, and problems. So this is when planets are not in harmony with each other and it takes a lot of struggle for them to work together. And then trine, which is fluency, ease, talent, development, privilege, aptitude, self-comfort, temper, laziness, and intelligence. So it's easy flow of energy between planets, so they do share well with each other. And opposition, which is complement, duality, dependence, differentiation, objectivity, oscillation, interaction. So it's planets that are harmonious but are opposed to each other. So it might be challenging at first because it's like they're being pulled in opposite directions. But there are similarities in their natures where the duality comes through. So those are some of those astrological terms. Then you've got the vertex, which is the karmic point, fated connections. So there's your karma and your fate. And then we have Lilith, known as Black Moon Lilith. So Black Moon Lilith is a mathematical point which is connected to the moon's orbit. which is it's meant to represent the furthest spot from Earth that the moon can reach, and it always remains in the dark, hence why it's known as Black Lilith. So some of those, I think it's some of those aspects of our personality that sort of lurk in the darkness. I'm not 100% sure, but here we are. And you've got Chiron, which is one of the asteroids, the wounded healer. So spiritual wounds, healing, mentorship, inadequacy, suffering and incompletion. It's known as the wounded healer. So what do we need to heal in this lifetime? That's what Chiron is. And Ceres, which is another asteroid, goddess of the agriculture, harvest, nurturing. She's the Roman equivalent of Demeter. She's the biggest asteroid, and she represents humanity, finding ways to nurture our physical selves. And then we have Pallas Athene. So there's wisdom, curiosity, justice, creativity, visualization, courage and intuition. Sorry about that. So she represents the creative aspects. And Vesta, devotion, virginity, purity, conceiving, focus, fire, spirituality and sexual freedom or repression. She's the goddess of the home and hearth, so focusing around home and our passion. Then Juno, intimacy, sacred union, marriage, manipulation, relatedness, commitment and resentment. So through the figure of the wife. And then we go into retrograde. So for this you have lots of planets in retrograde. There are lots of planets in retrograde at the moment. I think we've just come out of Mercury's retrograde. And we've got the moon phases. So we've got new moon, new beginnings, planting seeds, setting intentions, a blank page. Waxing crescent, inspiration, creativity, growth, accomplishments and learning. First quarter, making decisions, obstacles, taking action and momentum. Waxing gibbous, alignment, refinement, nurture, patience, evolution. Full moon, energy peak, harvest, blessings and achievement. Waning gibbous, releasing, gratitude, nurture, active service. Last quarter, transition, letting go, forgiveness, adaptation. Waning crescent, surrender, restore, reflection, intuition and stillness. I'm really sorry if you can hear that horrible noise in the background. Void of course, which is the pause in time, change of plans, limbo and improvisation. It's like limbo land. Stellium. I'll just get rid of that noise. Sorry about that. I hope that noise is not as deafening as I hear it. Stellium is a group of several planets in a single sign of the zodiac. So they cluster together. Kazemi is in the heart, that's what it means, and it's a very rare astrological event that occurs when a planet's centre is in close conjunction with the sun. And then the solar eclipse, which is embracing change, revelations, courage, determination and connection. The lunar eclipse, releasing the past, breakthrough, pushing limitations and healing. The north node, which is the destiny, what we need to be working towards in our lifetime. And then the south node, which is our gifts and lessons from our past life. So what karmic lessons have we brought through to this life that we need to work on? And those are all the cards. So beautiful, beautiful deck of cards. I absolutely love the feel of them. The images are gorgeous. So yeah, I'm looking forward to delving into this a little bit deeper. And is this a deck that you're interested in getting? Are you interested in astrology yourself? Is that an area that you wish to learn more about? Yeah, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Yeah.